and you don't know anything about Creatio Marketplace, just a little bit of background here. There are hundreds of apps on the Creatio Marketplace. You can search by keywords, you can browse by category, or even just like when I was figuring out what I wanted to talk about today, I just went to all of them and I just was like scrolling through, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. A couple of things you're going to want to pay attention to when you're looking at the marketplace. The first one is this a free app or a paid app? There are pros and cons both ways. Free is obviously really nice on a financial perspective. We all like free things. But free also means you're not really guaranteed anything about the long-term functionality of the app because you're not paying anything to anybody to make them support it and keep it current with current versions of Creatio. So free is great while it lasts, but also just keep in the back of your mind, you can't count on that in the long run. And there's a possibility that one day your Creatio is going to get upgraded to a new release and that free thing is going to stop working and there's really nothing anyone's going to do to fix that for you. On the other hand, you don't have to pay for it. So you get something for free while it works with the risk that it might, it's bad.
Do the free apps capture your data though?
No.
They don't?
Well, I mean, you gotta pay attention, but they shouldn't. Most of them are just inside the.
You should really look.
You should definitely pay attention. Agreed.
If it's free, then you are the product.
True. Most of them are other partners, like they build something and they just throw it out there for other people to use.
Okay, that's cool.
Or things Creatio themselves, the Creatio Dev Labs team builds stuff and throws it out there for everybody.
We have like a certification process.
Yeah.
I got you.
Creatio validates
So it's not the
everything.
wild.
It's
Okay.
not a wild. That's true. Yeah, good point. Thank you. The other thing you're going to want to watch for, especially in this transition period from Classic UI to Freedom UI, is which UI does this app work with? It's more than likely one or the other, especially right now, it's more than likely Classic UI because most of the things that are on the marketplace have been there for a while and they were built for Classic UI. And the developers, at least for the paid ones, are making the investment now to switch them over to work with Freedom UI, but they may or may not have completed that effort yet. So pay attention to the screenshots. Are the screenshots Classic UI or are they Freedom UI? Pay attention to what it says about supported versions. When in doubt, email them and ask. There's always going to be a support email address or a sales email address or both listed on the marketplace listing. And you can reach out and find out. Right, go ahead. So without further ado, we're going to jump into our first app.
All right, it's my app and it's free because free is, like Michael said, it's the best. This is a system admin. This is actually one of my favorite apps to use. It does not require a process to mass update certain fields. So if you're trying to mass update about 20,000 records, I think that's the limit at a time. Let's say somebody was let go or somebody quit the team and you want to mass update the owner field, so assign new records to somebody else, you can quickly do that with a click of a button or 2 clicks of a button. Select the owner field and then what new or who do you want to set the value to. This is a classic UI functionality, but it is already on the roadmap for the free UI. And it does allow filters, and into consideration. So if you have like a very segmented list of data that you want to mass update, you can do that.
Oh, really quick, sorry. I forgot to mention, we'll have links to all of these things when we get the presentation out to you, so if you want more information about any of them, it'll be easy to find.
Can we get that app?
You are not a student.
There's a way.
So DocuSign connector. So almost everyone sends out e-documents these days for signatures. So Creatio has in the marketplace you can find three different connectors that you can opt for. So the connector, the PHX, and then SIA. They all allow you to send documents directly from Creatio. They have features that let you select which users need to sign and where they can sign. It tracks who has signed, who hasn't signed. They're stored within the attachments tab in Creatio. And then there's a custom DocuSign envelope. So there is some pricing difference between the three per user per year. But they're all, we all have similar functionality of eliminating like backseat mailing, you can increase this, employees' productivity. Like example, user email is entered. This is from the Opportunities tab. They're configurable of any section. We select attachment. Send it right from within Creatio through email. There's email. Open it right from there and sign it. There is feedback that time to complete the document using the connectors reduced from 3 days to a couple of hours. So there can be some good feedback.
This one's mine. This is a aesthetic update you can do to your classic UI. So what this does, it's free by the way. I didn't sign up here. Did I not put free? It's free. So this is a add-in from the marketplace. The process for including this into your classic UI sections, you literally are logged in as probably your system admin. You're logged in as your system admin. You click on go to Creatio Marketplace. You find this app and you say install into your environment, and it'll select the environment you want to install it into, and then it's there. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And then after that, you're gonna see what this very quick 17-second video is doing. It's showing you as the user continually clicking on the little gear symbol, which is what's right here. You can see that when you have a lot of tabs and you have a limited amount of space on your screen, if you're working off of like a tablet or it's just a smaller screen monitor, it's hard to scroll over all the time, or it's just annoying, whatever your preference is. And so what the stack tabs does is you click on that little gear symbol, and it will let you toggle between stacked view or scrolling view. And you can see here now all the tabs are there in a row, or if there's even more, it'll be 3 rows. So it just keeps expanding the rows to have all the tabs in front of you on the screen instead of having to scroll sideways to find that information that you might need. So stack tabs is like one of the easiest that you can do. So simple that I can do it. Not a developer. Okay, so this one's mine.
So is that switching between them? Is that something we're on the admin side to decide which one they see, or can like the actual user going in just choose which one?
The user can. You can also change like permissions.
We can force it to be one or the other.
I'm not sure about that. That's a good question. I don't know.
Just curious.
All right, this one is me. It's called Landing Eye. And this is a drag and drop landing page builder that is integrated with Creatio. So if you're looking to build simple pages for your website, forms for someone to fill out, or it's like the page you came to register for this event today, Creatio doesn't do that inside of the product, but this is a really easy add-on tool that you can use to do that. It makes it really easy to map the fields on your forms to your fields in Creatio to bring that data in, so you're not doing any coding or anything to make that happen. It's got really nice drag and drop interface for building nice looking websites, and pretty much all the functionality you'd expect in a web page builder. It does have a cost to it, not for the integration, but for the actual landing page, landing eye tool. And they price it based on how many website domains and visitors your pages are getting. So their package starts at $600 a year and it goes up depending on how much you're going to use it. But it's a really nice kind of filling in a possible gap in your marketing ecosystem, giving you something that's already connected to Creatio, so you're not having to mess with landing page code and stuff like that in order to get that data in.
This one's mine again, and it's free again. This one is related to, or this is capable for classic UI. It is not on the roadmap for the Freedom UI right now, so that is one of the downsides of the free apps that Megan was talking about earlier. It is an extension to what's already available in Creatio's reporting, right? The difference is now you can use Excel's pivot tables to kind of export your data and all that fun stuff. So this can be used to export reports from any objects, which includes your details, lookups, system views, any tables within Creatio. And then you can also build any filters to kind of segment down what you kind of want to export into Excel. And then you can use it, Excel's point of view and all that formulas you can use in Excel to, again, you can use pivot tables. I just ran by the use case if this is actually beneficial, so that's one line.
So this continues with the document management. These are free plugins for, and there are two printables and then the Microsoft Word plugin, kind of like Excel, but they work together to help you generate populated documents. So if you have contracts and agreements in Creatio, and you've got a Word contract, so it'll pull in all the information needed from within that section. It's really simple to roll out. So this screen is the report setup. So you set up the document as a report, connect it to any section that you want to pull in data from, and then select which data points to pull into the document.
You're failing at my job. I had one job.
And then you connect to Creatio directly from Word. There's once you download that, you'll have a Creatio tab. You can log in to Creatio right from Word, and then so this is a sample of an order. On the left side, you'll see a panel where you can drag and drop the fields that you want to pull in the data from, and just pull that in and save the document to Creatio. Now on the record, under attachments and notes, you have that add printable. There's a new button that appears there, and when you select that, all those Word reports and PDF works with both PDF and Word. They all appear there, and then you select a document from the list. Last thing. And then now you have that order that's fully populated with the pricing, and then all the fields you pulled in, address, where the signature is, so all that will pull in from any record with any data you populate.
All right, back to me. Hot seat. All right, email search in the communication panel. So just a reminder, everybody, in the top right-hand corner, this is using Freedom UI, but also in Classic, it's the same location. There is your communication panel, and then you have your different options. If you have chat integration, telephone, you have email, and then like your feed, if you remember where those are. So this is the screenshot of what I'm talking about and what this add-in does, which it's available for Freedom UI in the marketplace right now. There is a Classic UI version on request, but you would need to email the developer, which is Customer FX, and it's free. And so what it does is it adds this little search bar right here, and you can do a wildcard search just looking for a combination of words. So if you're looking for, I think the example in there online one was like airline reservations or something, it'll look for emails that have those keywords in them. And then if we hit spacebar, there's also, if you expand the little search magnifying glass, it also has other additional search terms that you can specify. So if you just want to find if it's in the subject, just like you would on your email. So what it's doing is it's going to search all of the emails that you have access to as a user here that are imported, right? It's not going to search your whole inbox. If it's not in Creatio, it's not going to find the email. But if it was migrated to Creatio through whatever your plugins are, you'll start being able to actually search for that. You can do, like, all of these are what it includes. So subject, you can search the body of the email. You can also search by sender, and you can also check a box to be super inclusive or exclusive, depending on how you want to conduct your search, all or any.
All right, this one's mine. So the Ring Central connector is one of a lot of telephony connectors available on the Creatio Marketplace. I just picked one to have an example here, but there are tons of different phone systems that have connectors on the Creatio Marketplace. Most of them do have an associated cost. This particular one is $60 per user per year. And what this is going to do is make it easy for you to connect Creatio to your phone system. So that you can do things like click to dial from a contact or lead page, anything that's got a phone number on it, click the button, it's going to start the phone call. from that user's phone number. They can see a little side panel, you can see right here on the screen that's gonna pop up while they're on the call, so they know who they're talking to. It's gonna do a screen pop as well for someone calling me, so if I'm getting that incoming call from one of my customers, I know who's calling me. It's gonna have a link I can click to go right to that contact in CRM, so I've got their full history right up on the screen, I don't have to do any searching. It's gonna save my call history into Creatio activities, so I'm gonna have a record of all of those phone calls without the user having to do anything special to make them there. And you also have the ability to do common processes, at least on this one. All the telephony ones are slightly different, but they're all pretty similar. So you can have a set of what are some of the frequently needed to be done tasks while I'm on the phone with somebody. Maybe I need to create a new case. Maybe I need to create a new lead. Maybe I need to escalate a ticket. You know, whatever those top 3 to 5 actions are that my team's doing while they're on the phone with people, I can give them some quick access buttons right there to start those processes, pop up whatever window they're gonna need in Creatio. So again, it's saving them from having to click all over in the system to say, oh, I've gotta go over to this tab to create a new case, or I've gotta go to that tab to create a new lead. Make it quick, make it easy.
Alright, this one is not a free app, but this is a field sale, so this is not for reps on the go. The cost is on demand, so it's per user. It allows you to create a schedule for each visit that you do prior to actually going out in the field. It monitors all of your locations using geotags. So if, let's say that you are, the example that I have, so let's say that you, based on your geotag, say that you have, said, okay, I'm gonna go visit technology advisor's office. I'm now here. As soon as the geotag identifies that you're in the position or the location that you stated you're in, it automatically puts this task or this lead as in progress, or that started, etc. This is Freedom UI supported right now. Obviously connects with mobile app, sales Creatio, etc. And you can define different rules or steps, so think of it as like automated tasks for just different types of customers. So this customer, first step is meeting with them, presenting something, creating an order, and then sending a bomb email. So they're like automated tasks for your users to follow as they're on the go. And this kind of just shows you quickly how you can schedule the visits and how you can see where your visits are as you're on the go.
Oh, sorry.
You're done. And then this is just additional screenshots. Sorry. So again, you can see your week schedule or your daily schedule. You can create your check-in in hints. So you can see that there is check-in, presentation, order placement, SQ monitoring, or checkout, etc. And then you can also create, and this kind of goes along with that Mobile Horse app that we kind of discussed earlier today. You can create orders as you're on the go as well.
If that's something that's intriguing to you, Hershey's uses that pretty extensively, so talk to you about that. Alright, this one is mine. So this is really a 3-in-1. It's 3 super simple things that are all free. They are all classic UI only, and they are also all things that are built into Freedom UI, so you won't need them anymore once you transition to Freedom UI. But until you do that, these are things that I love. This first one in particular, it's the first thing I install whenever I start working with a new customer. It's the reload data button. So what this one does is at the top of the page and on any detail or list of data, it gives you a little refresh button so that if you want to just update the data in a list, you don't have to reload the entire page. It makes it much faster, it makes it much more pleasant to work with. When I'm working in a site that doesn't have it, I want to pull my hair out. So quick win, but really powerful. Next one is color coding. So with this plugin, it just adds a little different colored bar next to the row of data. You can tie that to any DCM you have in your system. So anywhere you've got a set of stages that are happening in a process, you can assign a color to each stage. And that way when you're looking at a list, you can easily scan and see where things are at, rather than having to read the words on the page. Freedom UI, you can just make the actual status column have colors to it, so that won't be needed anymore. But until you get there, nice little workaround. And the last one is the Advanced Dashboard Designer. This gives you a drag and drop interface for making dashboards instead of having to click those obnoxious plus and minus buttons to make things bigger and smaller. Again, not necessary once you're working with Freedom UI, but until you get there, it makes your life so much more pleasant to not have to click plus, 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 plus to make something bigger.
So last one is around loyalty programs. So everyone has some sort of loyalty program, whether it's through purchases or actions. So this concept for loyalty for Creatio, it's a paid app, about $5 to $10 a year based on the number of contacts that you have. So it keeps a complete history of customers, their purchases, manages card accounts, so that's e-cards, physical cards. It also manages other plans of like actions that give loyalty points to customers for whatever they're doing. It manages based on joint family savings. And then it also integrates with the campaigns to send out segmented campaigns and different loyalty plans that they can qualify for. So in terms of card management, so in these screenshots you see like on the contact record, it shows what their rewards are. Based on like the purchase size and the products, and then you can set up segmentation and then different loyalty rules based on what products customers have. So it's user-friendly interface. So if you've got complex loyalty program rules, it kind of makes it simple with just clicks and looking in different areas. And then integrating the programs into different communications targeted to what the customers have.
Anyone have any questions about any of those or anything else you've seen on Marketplace? If you haven't already voted online and told us what you like, we go check out the results, so go ahead and do that. Okay, how do I do it?
There may be some duplicates, so it's kind of confusing with responses versus.
I get it. I debated like, do I put everything in there ahead of time? You guys just vote, but no, it's still gonna give you the option to have to add stuff, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna get three for all. Alright, so Ring Central, really exciting. Stack tabs, mass update, alright. Dashboard designer, mass update again, cool. So mass update probably is really the winner right now, nice one.
I think it's a good one. A lot of you guys.
Yeah, so, alright, cool. Feel free to, if you're still voting, feel free to finish. I'll check out the final results at the end, but it's always nice to see like what resonates and what doesn't, so thank you for the feedback.